Court's indulgence. I've contacted my colleague advocate Mshodolo. She says she was stuck in traffic. She's going to be here in about 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.
This idea of standing in on behalf of somebody else when the person is not there is dangerous because the person.
Traffic. Okay, fine. Still under oath, Brigadier?
Yes, thank you, my lord.
Yes, thanks.
Is it please the court member?
Yeah, bro.
Thank you, Brigadier. I'm well aware that on Friday when we adjourned, we were busy with that document that was labeled ZZ. But before we proceed on it, let's just touch base on a point or two.
Yes, my lord.
In terms of your investigation, or let me put it this way, what was the description of the perpetrator who got into the Kumalos, who had a gun in his possession that you had to go and look for?
Thank you. Yes. So, my lord, the description that was given by the people who were inside the house, and I'll take them collectively in terms of what was the common features of the of what you will refer to as the first suspect, suspect A, or a gun toddler, as Advocate Mnizi refers to him. So, my lord, the first suspect that had a firearm was described as short. That you will find across all the statements of the people who are in the house. This is now, and I will go to Exhibit J, but I'm simply referring to the description of what the suspect was described as. That he was short. Secondly, that he had dreadlocks. Thirdly, some of the witnesses refer to him as having big eyes. And then others also refer to him as having a gold teeth incision on the upper part of the mouth. There is also, my lord, the description of the complexion, which you will find also in Exhibit J, which says dark brown, shiny skin. Then the length of the dreadlocks, my lord, are described, I think, by some of the witnesses as well, to say they were up to the neck. This is now the people who are inside the house. You also find the correlation of this description of the length of the dreadlocks, my lord, on the witnesses that were outside. In other words, outside the house. Tabi Singh, who was with her friends, also indicates that after hearing the gunshot or seeing people running away, one of the people she saw had dreadlocks up to the neck. So there's a correlation in terms of the length, my lord. There's also a description of the clothing that he was wearing, a top. What is clear on all the witnesses who was inside the house, that he was wearing a top. So the top part, insofar as the jacket, that is clear. There's a common understanding in that. There's no dispute. Then the color then kicks in, where you find differences. Either describe the said jacket as khaki, light brown, beige, leather jackets. And I'm saying this, my lord, insofar as the statements are concerned. That is the description you get. Then when you move to Exhibit J, and then that is where you will find the said jacket on the interview with Warrant Officer Steenkamp being said it has a wooden collar. That is now with regard to Warrant Officer Steenkamp.
This Exhibit J.
Exhibit J, yes. The intruder, furthermore, my lord, is described that he had a hat which was apparently, after the struggle with the deceased, was left at the crime scene. It is described that the first intruder with dreadlocks was having a hat. It's described as a Dobbs, for example, by the statement of Ms. Zandi Kumalo. This is also confirmed, I think, by one of the witnesses as well from outside, my lord. One of the neighbors, Madingwane, I think is his surname, who indicates, is one of the neighbors who indicate that he saw people or suspects going into Makumalo's house. This is now prior to the incident, and indicating that one of them had a hat. He was wearing a hat. So those are the description in relation to the first intruder, my lord.
Umbuzo uthi ke manje ke uma bemchaza lona ke ababethi uyena owayephethe isibhamu, lo muntu ke kufanele manje uyombheka ke bamchaza kanjani noma yikuphi abakusho kuwena? Umsolo wakhe wokuqala noma lona ke uma ekhuluma ngaye ke uadvocate Mnisi athi lona ke owayephethe isibhamu, bamchazileke ukuthi kwakuumuntu wayemfishane. Lokhu ke uzakuthola ke kuzona zonke ke izitatimende ukuthi wayenama dreadlocks, enamehlo ke amakhulu, wayenezinyo legolide ayinalo ke la ngaphezulu. Bashilo futhi ke ukuthi ke ama dreadlocks la ayephela khona noma ayigcina la entanyeni. Lokho ke futhi akupheleli kona ke, kodwa ke nabanye abantu ababengaphandle ke, hayi kuphela laba bengaphakathi endlini. Omunye wabo ushilo ukuthi babona ke noma omunye wabantu abababona wayenama dreadlocks ayigcina ke khona la entanyeni, nokuthi futhi ke basho nokuthi ke waye netop ayigqokile. Lokho kushiwo yibona bonke ke ofakazi. La kuhluka khona ke umbala ke, abanye bawuchazileke ukuthi basho ukuthi kwakumbala okhakhi, waku light brown, waku beige, bakhulumela ke futhi nangelela jacket, kanye futhi ke naye exhibit J listed lo yena ke wabhala uyena noma laba bekhuluma khona ke naye uwarrant officer Steenkamp bekhuluma ngayo ukuthi ke le top yayinekhola. Nokuthi futhi ke kwakunesigqoko esasala ke emuva ke, nomunye ke walabo babengaphandle ushilo ukuthi abantu abababona bengena khona ke kwaMakhumalo, omunye wabo waye nesigqoko awayesithwele.
My lord, in addition to that, it was also said by some of the witnesses, because it came out during the description, that the first suspect A, had a firearm. Others will refer to say he just was armed with a firearm. This is now in relation to the people, the witnesses who were inside the house. Then I think the likes of, and so if I'm referring to the statements, my lord, I will go to Exhibit J. I'm referring to the statements themselves. Then when you find the statements of Longwe, Mr. Madlala, I just lost the third name, my lord. They then refer to a revolver, you know. Others will say revolver, 38 special, you know, to that type, or a firearm with a will. But then the other witnesses simply refers to the part that this suspect A was armed with a firearm. Although, my lord, as I said earlier, you got this assertion where people said they were not trained and not sure about the firearm, but it is contained in the statement where an identification of a 38 special was mentioned, particularly from the top of my hand, Mr. Longwe.
Futhi ke masiqhubeka ke abanye ke indlela abamchaze ngayo ke lokuqala ke umsola noma lo okuqala ke owangena ke ukuthi wayephethe isibhamu. Sakhuluma ngabo ke abantu ababengaphakathi endlini. Sikhuluma ngaye lana ke uLongwe Thwala uMadlala mkhohliwe ke ngalo wesithathu ukuthi kwakubani bakhulumile ngesibhamu. Mabechaza bakhuluma ngerevolver, khuluma nge38 special, isibhamu esasi nesondo. Bashilo kabanye ukuthi ke cha abaqeqeshelwe ke ibhamu ngakho ke abakwazi ukuthi bayihlukanise ibhamu.
And then now when you go to Exhibit J, my lord, it seems to give an impression that there was, this is now according to Exhibit J, that the witnesses identify the gun toddler as carrying a revolver.
Uma sesiya manje ke kuyena ke Exhibit J uzothola ke lapho khona ukuthi ufakazi ke bamchaza ke ukuthi kwakumuntu wayephethe i-revolver.
What was further also what also came out during the description of suspect A, my lord, was that he spoke one of the Zulu languages when he walked in, as a form of identification that he spoke one of the Nguni languages, specifically Zulu, and this was noted when he demanded cell phone and money armed with this firearm, but he said it in Zulu according to the statements. That's another description that was given, my lord.
Enye ke indlela abamsho ngayo noma bamchaze ngayo ke ukuthi uma engena ke lo kwakuyena ke owayephethe isibhamu wakhuluma ke ngeZulu ke washo ke ukuthi ke i-cell phone kanye futhi ke nemali kubhaliwe ke noma khona ke naloko zona ke i-statement.
Yes, my lord. So that is the essence of, I think, what was basically available in the description of the intruders. There was obviously one for the second suspect, but I'm not sure whether Advocate Mniso wants me to deal with the second one or only contain myself to the first intruder.
Ikangako ke abakusho noma ke uma bechaza ke lo owoqala ke owangena ukhona ke nokunye abakusho ke kodwa ngazi noma ke ukuthi Advocate Mniso ufuna nje ngigxile kuphela ke kulo owoqala umsolo.
Yes, I'm referring to allegedly the intruder who had a firearm in his possession. Thank you, sir.
Yes, my lord.
We're still busy with Exhibit ZZ. We're on page 4 of page 6 of Exhibit ZZ. On paragraph 2, do you see that?
Just remind me, what is ZZ, my lord? I'm
ZZ. So I wrote it down. It's a statement that was commissioned on the 3rd of October 2020.
Oh yes, I've got it, my lord.
Yeah.
I have it.
Now you see there, when you describe the in your affidavit that photos downloaded taken of the accused by himself, in bracket selfies, match the description of the suspect with a firearm with dreadlocks, big eyes, and with the golden teeth. Do you see that?
I do see that, my lord.
Uyabona ke la bhalwe khona ke okay ukuthi ithombe esithathwe yena ke umsola ama selfie ziyahlangana ke kanye nendlela ke achazwe ngayo umsolwa owayephethe isibhamu nama dreadlocks namehlo ke amakhulu kanye futhi ke nezinyo legolide. Yebo ngakubona lokho.
Thank you. Now my question was, in relation to Exhibit S, would you please identify those photos which depict the description that you are mentioning in this paragraph, the dreadlock, the big eyes, and the golden teeth.
Yes.
Yes, can you please do so?
Yes, absolutely, my lord. I will do that. If perhaps we can go to the first photo that is contained there. However, while the state advocate or Dr. Sibanda Malot is trying to go there, what is important to place on record is that this statement was the summary of the investigation that was done at the time. In other words, in preparation or requesting the authorization of the warrants of arrest. So one then summed up the investigation insofar as all accused, but here we are focusing only on accused 3. So secondly, my lord, these photos, the downloads which I will deal with when I get there, they are collective. In other words, I will indicate as I go to them step by step and indicate the points that are covered in this paragraph and why I'm saying that. So I will make reference to say this is what the photo is saying and where do you find in relation to Exhibit J that I was referred to, but then also I will then have to refer to other supporting evidence that I had at the time when I made this statement, because I was informed by evidence that I've obtained during the course of investigation and then subsequently then composed of this statement. So I will deal with it like that, my lord.
Ngiyafisa nje ukuthi ngikushoke ngichaze ukuthi le statement lesike siqeda ukufundwa ke manje ukuthi ke sona ke kwaku isifinyezo ke sophenyo olalenziwe ngaleso sikhathi leso sifaka ke noma sikhuluma ngabo bonke ke abasolwa ke kodwa kakhulukazi ke na ke nanjengoba ke kufundwa lana ke yena ke umsolwa wesithathu sothi ke uma siqhubeka ke ngazo izithombe lezi ngisho ke mayelana nalokho okubhaliwe ke lana ngoba lokho engangisenza lesi statement kwaku ahola ke ubufakazi enganginabo ngaleso sikhathi uma uphenyo luqhubeka.
Furthermore, my lord, what is prudent to mention also while we still waiting for the monitor is that after the investigation, when one then made the memorandum to the DPP and subsequently this application for J50s, the investigation that I conducted, that I led us to believe that suspect A, who was armed with a firearm, is accused number 3, and suspect B, who was taller and wearing a wooden woodie, is accused number 2. That was the investigation. That's where the investigation took us to make that determination that the 2 intruders identified by the people who were inside the house and taking the evidence that we had at the time, it placed us that accused number 2 was the tall, skinny suspect B, who was wearing a black woodie. And that, my lord, and I know I'm diverting while they're preparing that, I just want to give a picture so that when we get to the photos, it is clear. And that you will find, my lord, in the description, for example, of Mr. Longwe Twala, who was one of the people inside the house. He indicates that the taller suspect, before he ran out, was wearing a black woodie. That correlation, my lord, you also find in the statement of Makaleni, who was outside, where he indicates and gives the description and the age estimation. I dealt with that part. He also correlates that the second suspect, suspect B, was wearing a black woodie. You further find the correlation to confirm this, my lord, in the statement of Sizwe Zungu, Constable Zungu, who says at the hostel he saw accused 2 wearing a black woodie and changing it to a different color.
Manje ke uma besalungisa ke khona lana uma ke ukuhlanganisa ngiyafisa nje ukuthi ke nginikeze inkantolo ngisho ke ukuthi uma ngabe ke ufunda noma ubheka sona ke istatement sika Longwe okanye ngaphambi kokuthi sifike la uphenyo uma silenza ke lwasiholela ekuthini ke labantu ababechazwa yibona ofakazi ababesendlini ukuthi lona ke bachaza ukuthi omunye wayenamadress emfishane lokho kwasolela ekuthini loyo umuntu ephethe isibhamu loyo kwakumsolwa wesithathu nokuthi ke lo owayemude yena ke efake ihoodie emnyama kwakummangalelo noma umsolwa wesibili. Lokho uyakuthola ke uma ngabe ubheka sona ke istatement sakhe uLongwe osho ke uma ukuthi lo owayemude ke ngaphambi kokuthi yena Longwe aphume ukuthi lo owayemude wayegqoke ihoodie emnyama. Lokho uyakuthola-ke futhi nakulo owayengaphandle-ke uMakeleni, uphinde futhi-ke ukutholeke kwinkulumo yakhe-ke uConstable uZungu oshoywe-ke ukuthi khona laphayana-ke ehostele umsolwa wesibili wayegqoke ihudi emnyama wase eyayishintsha-ke efaka ihudi omunye umbala.
My Lord, can I request that perhaps we start with photo number 12 because that's the photo we were at, and then we can just go down like that. Photo number 12 of this exhibit. Now, yes, my Lord, so what is prudent here to mention, perhaps, if we can go to the date on top, because I want to start with the date. Just above, yes. What is prudent to mention, my Lord, is that the date depicted there is 2014, October 26, and then there is 17:31, 14 seconds. So what is important is to note that the date of this incident, my Lord, occurred on the 26th of October 2014.
Okusemqoka-ke ngifisa nje ukuthi ngiqale ngakho-ke ilapha phezulu-ke idate sibhaliwe-ke 2014 10:26 isikhathi 17:31 ama-seconds awu-14 nokuthi-ke isigameko lesi senzeka ngaso i-26 October 2014.
Now, my Lord, in my observation, and I will now start now dealing with this photo in relation to what I've said in my statement and in relation, like I've said, Exhibit J. Now, the first description that was given, my Lord, which I've referred to, the dreadlocks, that the first intruder was identified as having dreadlocks. One can clearly see, my Lord, because this is a picture of accused number 3, that accused 3 is having dreadlocks. You can see them. They are clearly visible, my Lord.
Ngiqala ngakho-ke nanjengoba ofakazi basho-ke uma bachaza-ke ukuthi lo wokuqala-ke owangena wayenama-dreadlocks. Manje siqala kusona-ke lesi sithombe lesi kucacileke ukuthi lana-ke umsolo wesithathu unama-dreadlocks ayabonakala.
Second, my Lord, with regard to the length that was described, that they were going up to the neck. In this photo, my Lord, you can see the end there, and that is the neckline. They don't go further on this photo. I'm specifically dealing with this. There they are, my Lord.
Nanjengoba bechazile-ke noma beshilo-ke ofakazi ukuthi-ke ama-dreads agcina kufike noma phela kufike la entanyeni-ke uyabona-ke kulesi sithombe ukuthi yila agcina khona-ke awandluli khona.
Furthermore, my Lord, in Exhibit J, I'll refer to Exhibit J, the description of a dark brown shiny complexion is given. In my observation, if you look at the complexion of accused 3, this is not the same complexion that accused 3 has now. It's much more lighter, but if you look at this picture on this date, my Lord, you can't distance it from the brownish complexion. That is according to my observation. You can see that clearly. What you see here and what he is now is two different things. It's more lighter now, but if you look here, in terms of dark brown complexion, you cannot distance it from the description given, my Lord.
Kwindlela-ke abamsho ngayo noma bachaza ngayo-ke ofakazi bona-ke basho-ke ukuthi-ke iskin sakhe-ke si-dark brown si-shine-ke uyabona-ke manje la esithombeni nandlela kubukeka ngayo-ke manje ukuthi-ke kufanele uyakhanya-ke manje kodwa-ke lokho okubonayo la esithombeni angeke-ke ukuhlukaniseke nendlela-ke abamchaza ngayo bamsho ngayo ofakazi.
Now, if we can just go up, Doc, if you can just go up, I want to deal with the jacket. No, sorry, down perhaps on the other direction. Now, my Lord, if you look at the top that is worn by accused 3, if you look at the color, it is khaki, and you will find this description is contained in the statements of some of the people who were inside the house that he was with. Others are very specific that khaki, others are referring as brown or beige jacket, but you get the color khaki, and it becomes clear that the person, they refer it as a top. Now on this picture it doesn't appear as a top, but when we see the following pictures, my Lord, it will be clear. The court will see that indeed it is a top on the other pictures that will follow.
Siyabona umbala bakhulumileke ngawo umbala-ke okhaki, obeige, obrown-ke siyabona-ke abanye bathi-ke yi-top, kodwa-ke uma sesiqhubeka-ke ngazo-ke iy'thombe-ke ngempela sizobona-ke i-top le bakhulumileke ngayo.
My Lord, if we can go then, I think that's what I recall regarding this picture, my Lord. If we can go then to photo 15. Or perhaps, my lord, maybe if I can ask the doc, we can go them in sequence. Those that are not relevant insofar as the identification of accused 3, we'll just skip them and we can come back to them. Yes, photo 15, my lord. This is the photo where I've indicated and I said, my lord, I can give the benefit of to the accused when they were complaining about, you know, why I said that what did I say? The angle could not have been seen. But myself, my lord, during the investigation, this is a photo where I said accused 3, one can see the shiny thing there, my lord, which is the teeth, the gold teeth incision, my lord. That is the picture when I was referring to the gold teeth incision as described by the people inside the house, that they noted the gold teeth incision on the upper lip. Although this assertion, I must be frank also, my lord, that at some stage it was withdrawn and Zandi Kumalo gave a statement, because if you look at Exhibit J, it gives an impression that there's an agreement in terms of identifying accused A, or I mean the first suspect with the gold incision. But if you look at the follow-up statements, they then withdraw it. Like Ms. Zandi Kumalo said, no, she never said anything about the gold teeth incision. But where it is contained, my lord, this is the photo I was referring to.
Uma bengikhuluma ke ngaphambilini ke ngezinyo ke bengikhuluma ngaso ke lesi sithombe la ngishoyo ke khona ke ukuthi ke umsolo wesithathu ke ngoba ke kuyabonakala ke lapha ke okushayinayo ke kanye futhi nomunye wofakazi ke uZandile Khumalo, kodwa kamuva ke wasephoto sakhe lokho akushilo ke ukuthi cha yena akakaza kusho ke lokho mayelana nezinyo ke ukuthi bengikhuluma ngaso isithombe lesi.
Yes, we can proceed, my lord. Now in this one, my lord, I identified this person as accused 3 in terms of the dreadlocks and the facial expression. And also here, my lord, as I said, if you look at the description of a dark brown color complexion, you cannot rule it from what you see there, my lord.
Nakulesi-ke isithombe
You can rule it out, in other words. Sorry, my lord, I beg your pardon.
ngishilo ukuthi lo ubonakalayo kulesi sithombe uyena ke umsolo wesithathu ngawo ke ama-dreadlocks lana, ngasho ukuthi nangandlela ke achazwe ngayo ke uma besho ukuthi ubukeka kanjani ke ukuthi la complexion ke e-dark brown awikhiphi ke uma ubheke noma ubuka sona lesi sithombe lesi.
Let us just give a number to this photo that you just describing now.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Yes.
Can we then just go down? It is number 16, photo number 16, my lord. We can proceed, my lord, to the next photo. Hang on here. Yes, my lord. Now this is photo 17. Here, my lord, one can see the date as well, which is still the same date of 2014-10-26, which is the date of this incident. Now the time there is 17:28, which is slightly different from the previous, the first photo, I think photo number 12. And it is this photo, my lord, where you can see still accused 3 having dreadlocks. Here they are longer. This is what we discussed. I think we refer to this photo, myself and Advocate Minister, where you say they are longer. However, my lord, one needs to be noted that the angle of the previous photo where you see them going up to the neck and this angle, my lord, it is not the same. That is the first prominent thing that you can see. The angle in which they are taken, if you look at the other side, they go up to the neck, but the angle is not the same as this one.
Lana ke kulesi-ke isithombe number 17, i-date ke 2014-10-26, 17-28-39, isikhathi-ke isigameko ke lesi senzeka ngazo i-26 October 2014. Lana ke kulesithombe ke uyabona ukuthi umsolo wesithathu ngama-dreadlocks, kodwa-ke okwehlukile-ke lana uma uqhathanisa lesi sithombe nalesi esindlulile ukuthi la uyawabona-ke ukuthi ama-dread lana made futhi ke uma ubheka ke leyithombe ezimbili uzobona ke ukuthi ke uhlangothi noma phecelezi ke iangle eyithathwe kuzona ke akusiyona ke iangle eyodwa noma efanayo ingakho ngale kulesi isithombe uyabona ukuthi ama-threads afica la emqaleni kodwa ke la made.
So in essence, my lord, what I'm saying, and there's a time difference between the first photo that we dealt with and this photo. I think it's a couple of minutes. We also dealt with that part. Advocate needs to draw me to that. But that part, the significance of that time difference, one will not know as to how they were worn on the first picture to in relation to this picture, or vice versa. In other words, whether there was a time when they were made shorter or extended, or whether on one angle they appeared shorter, on the other angle appeared longer, because we do not have a clear projection reflecting the exact location of the dreadlocks from the back. What you have the side where they are shorter, they go up to the neck, which correlates with the description. You then now have this photo 17, which shows them that they are longer. But these pictures, these photos, my lord, were not taken at the same time. There's a time lapse. What happened between the two in terms of how they were worn, my lord, we do not have evidence of that. We can only refer to what we see.
Lana ke manje sobona ukuthi nesikhathi ke sihlukile sikhulumile ke ngalokho mina naye ke advocate umnisi kodwa ke esingakwazi ngoba ke kuleya kwesinye isithombe abukeka emafishane kodwa ke lana ayabonakala ukuthi manje asazi ke ukuthi kwenzakaleni ke phakathi kwalezo inkathi lezo njengoba isikhathi sihlukile ke ukuthi ke ebe kanjani ke noma ke enziwe kanjani kulesi uma sekuhamba isikhathi ke ngaphambi kokuthi sifinyelele kulesi ke isithombe ayashintsha noma asinabo ke ubufakazi obukhuluma ngalokho yilokho nje kuphela esikubonayo.
Thank you, Brigadier. Just before you proceed, let us put the time lapse between the taking of the first and the second photo as you are expounding on. Is it correct that we said it's almost about it's between 2.5 to it's 2 minutes to 2.5 minutes, or the most 3 minutes?
Yes,
we agree, my lord.
Sivumelene ngesikhathi ukuthi ngaba ishuze emibili ukuya ke kwemithathu.
Thank you, Brigadier.
Yes.
You may proceed.
Yes, my lord. So now what I mentioned on this picture, my lord, as I've said earlier, on the previous photo number 12, that if you look at the jacket that is worn by accused 3, or that at the top on the other picture, because the previous picture number 12, my lord, did not go to the waistline. If you look at the waistline, then one can see clearly that this is a top. It's a two-piece. It's wearing a two-piece of the similar color, but this is a brownish, khaki, in terms of the color top. It's not a one-way piece like your overalls. It's a two-piece, my lord. So this, my lord, correlates with what I've said, that the witnesses described this person, suspect A, as wearing a khaki. Those who refer to the khaki as a top, my lord. That can be clearly seen.
Okunye futhi ke ngifisa ukuthi ngigcizelele kona ke kulesi sithombe yiloko kwesikhulumile ngako ngaphambilini siyabona ukuthi ke two piece ke lona i-top ke lena ekhakhi ngombala yiloko futhi okushiwo ke ibona ke ofakazi bakhulumile ngayo i-top bakhuluma ke nangekhala noma umbala ukhakhi.
What is also of paramount, my lord, while I'm dealing with this picture, because the date is important, because this is the date of the incident, is that the person next to accused 2 is accused number 5, my lord.
The person next to?
Sorry, accused 3, my apologies. The person, this is accused 3, this individual with the sporty is accused number 5.
Okunye ke kusemqoka ke noma ke sisakhuluma ngaso lesi sithombe ukuthi ke umuntu lona ke oseduze kwakhe ke umsola wesithathu umsola wesihlanu.
It was also, my lord, confirmed during the course of the investigation that indeed in the afternoons, although I will not be certain about the timelines, but in the afternoons of the date of the incident, accused 3 was indeed in the Phosphorus area, which is a jurisdiction area of where this offense occurred, in terms of his cell phone location, not the statements of witnesses, but I'm talking about now forensic evidence, the cell phone location in terms of that afternoon. He was in the vicinity of Phosphorus, my lord.
Okunye futhi ke ukuthi ke uma uphenyo seliqhubeka ke lokho kwavela ke bona ke noma ke ngalelo langa i-26 October 2014 ukuthi yena ke angikhulumi manje ngeitatimende noma ofakazi ke kodwa ke uma kukhulunywa ngabo ubufakazi bama cell phones ukuthi ke ngalelo langa lelo umsolo wesithathu wayekhona ke kwindawo leyo yase Phosphorus.
And when I'm saying he, my lord, I'm saying this because so you have the phone location correlated, my lord, by witnesses that we uncovered during the course of the investigation who places him at Basotuni Hostel in the afternoon, and obviously then subsequently before and after the incident in this matter occurred, my lord.
Futhi ke mase sikhuluma ngalokho ke manje ubufakazi bama cell phones ofakazi ke nabo abashoyo ukuthi ngempela ke ngalelo langa ke emini ngalelo langa lazo i26 October 2014 wayese Phosphorus ngaphambi kanye nasemuva kokwenzeka kwaso isigameko.
Yes, we can proceed, my lord, to the next. And this is photo number 17, my lord. My lord, I didn't say much about this individual because I don't think he played a significant role in the investigation, our investigation, so I didn't really say it is not relevant to this exercise that as Advocate Minister is taking me through, my lord. Yes.
Akukho kuningi ke ngikushilo ke sikhuluma ngayi ngalesi kodwa ngalesi sidlulile ke isitombe ngoba ke ngicabanga ukuthi ke akukho ukuhlanganisa ke nalokho Advocate Minister ke esikwenzayo noma angibuza ngakho manje.
Excuse me, my lord, if we can just go back again, sorry, to photo number 17. There's one aspect I forgot to place on record. Photo 17. I forgot something. I'm just noticing it now.
Khona nje ngikhohliwe ke kulesi sithombe 17.
Now, my lord, I forgot to mention the color because as we've said, there's this description of dark brown shiny complexion or dark brown. That's what is given. Now, if you look at this picture, if you look at the complexion of accused 3 and the complexion of accused 5, which we know now, if you look at them in court, there's a big difference. You can't miss it. Accused 3 is very light in relation to accused 5. But if you look, and this is the dark brownish complexion I'm referring to, if you look at both of them, they look similar in my observation in terms of the coloring, the complexion, which is the one that I'm saying it's brownish. It correlates with the dark, the description given. So it's not just a dark as a person who's black, it's dark brown, and that is contained in Exhibit J, all out, insofar as what Warumta Steenkamp is saying, because it says the first person correlates what was said by, sorry, the second person correlates what was said on top, etc., 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 until it gets to the person who was outside the house, Mr. Makaleni.
Lana ke engikhohliwe ke nanjengoba bese ngishilo ukuthi indlela abamchaze ngayo ke uma ke sibuka ke indlela ke abukeka ngayo khona la ebusweni ke uma sibabuka ke bobabili ke akukho umahluko okhona uma ubabuka la esithombeni kodwa ke sikhulumile ke ngakho la enkantolo ke manje ukuthi mahluko yebo khona ke nokuthi futhi ke yena ke umsolwa wesithathu ke ukhanya kakhulu ke lana futhi ke naloko kukhulunyiwe na uyena uMakeleni.
My lord, we can then proceed yes to the next pictures. It's just that aspect I forgot to mention. No, we can pass this one, my lord. No, this is not relevant to accused number 3, my lord. It's not relevant. Yes, photo 22, my lord. One is able to see accused 3 with dreadlocks. I think that's I took note of that picture with dreadlocks, my lord.
Kulesi sithombe lo 22 umsolo wesithathu abona ke nama dreadlocks.
We can carry on, my lord. Then photo 23, my lord, on the left hand side, the person wearing the stripes t-shirt is accused 3, and 1 in my observation, my lord, can see, I'm saying that with greatest respect, that the eyes are bigger, and that fits the insertion of the gun toddler with big eyes, my lord. I'm saying that with greatest respect. It's not meant to insult, but I'm saying the length, because that description was given that suspect A had big eyes, my lord.
Lana ke kulesi sithombe u23 ngambona-ke ugqoke istripe yena-ke umsola wesithathu. Lokhu-ke kona-ke kwamehlo ngokusho-ke kona-ke ngenkulu-ke inhlonipho akusona-ke ukuthi ngiyadelela nanjengoba bebechazile beshilo-ke ofakazi ukuthi lo owangena ephethe isibhamu wayenamehlo-ke amakhulu siyawabona-ke la. Kodwa lokho ngingafuna ukugcizelela ukuthi ngikusho-ke hhayi ngoba ngidelela kodwa ngikusho ngenkulu inhlonipho.
Yes, my lord. We can then proceed, my lord. You can see the dreadlocks as well on accused two's head, my lord.
Uyawabona-ke futhi nama-dreadlocks ekhanda lakhe.
This picture, my lord, is not clearly visible on the monitor, but on the pictures themselves, one can see that the person on the left, this person is accused number 3, and then this gentleman here is accused 4, but it's not clearly visible. And I think I've placed it that it's blurry. I think that's what I've said on the previous occasion. So I'll stick to that, my lord.
Lana-ke kulesi sithombe. Kulesi sithombe-ke akucacileke kodwa lesi enginazo mina-ke ukucacileke uyabonakala ukuthi umsola wesithathu lona umsola wesine lona kodwa kulesi mina engisiphethe-ke kubonakala kahle.
And this is picture number 24. It's photo 24, my lord.
That one.
Yes, yeah, this is photo number 24.
Number 24 lesi sithombe.
And you're saying it's clearer on that copy of yours?
Yes, in my observation on this
The
one.
accused also, they must see it, because they're not seeing it. And even the defense,
Yes,
because you're describing something which is different from what is being monitored there.
yes, my lord.
You said it's photo number?
Number
No, that one on the monitor.
it's 24. It's 24.
24.
Yes, my lord. It's photo number 24, my lord, and it's dated 2014-11/05, my lord.
Sibhalwe-ke 2014-11/05 i-date.
Yes, we can proceed, my lord. I did not photo 25, 26, my lord, has no relevancy to this exercise.
Photo 25, 26 akukho-ke ukuhlanganisa nalokho esikwenzayo.
Then photo 27, my lord, let's get to it. It is also blurry. I think I left it at that, but I can see on my picture, my lord, that it is accused 3 inside the minibus.
Kulesi-ke isithombe akucacileke kodwa-ke kulesi mina enginaso-ke ngiyabona ukuthi-ke umsola wesithathu-ke lo ongaphakathi kuyona imoto.
It's a Toyota minibus, my lord. It looks bluish, bluish, my lord. And it's sitting on the driver's seat. It's a driver, my lord. Photo 27.
I-Toyota-ke lena ibukeka i-blue umbala.
You know what, to be fair to the accused, those photos must be given a separate citation from the ones which are in the bundle of the album. Are you with me?
I'm with you, my lord.
Are you with me, Mr. Baloyi? But those photos, because it says they are blurry, I can see them. But if this case goes somewhere else, you'll be wondering where is that those two exhibits. So it will be photo 24 and photo 27.
Yes.
They must be separately identified by a separate citation.
My lord, photo, we can proceed. Photo 28, I don't think it's relevant to this exercise.
Akukho-ke ukuhlanganisa u-photo 28 naloko esikwenzayo.
And then photo 29, it's basically, my lord, a splitting image of photo 24. I just want to confirm, my lord. Yes. Well, not a
yes.
splitting image, but it's a picture where accused 3, you see basically the same individual, accused 3, what was relevant in terms of what I've said is with accused 4. But it's the same individuals, but taken slightly. One will see that there's a time difference, but in the same location, but it correlates photo number 24, my lord. This is now picture photo number 29, my lord.
lesi-ke isithombe esiwu-29 isithombe esifana-ke namashi number 24 usabona-ke abantu-ke ekuyibona-ke laba bakhona kulesiyana ukuthi nje umehluko nje isikhathi-ke kodwa-ke isithombe esisodwa.
Now, the next photo, the next one, my lord, 31. You can go to 31. My lord, on the right hand side, one could identify accused 3. On the left hand side, there's 3 gentlemen, but this is accused 3. One can see also this one, my lord, it's a little bit blurry in fairness to the accused, but one can see the lineup of the dreadlocks, my lord.
lesi-ke isithombe 31 kuhlangothi noma kusandla sakho sokunxele-ke uyambona-ke umsolo wesithathu nalana kulesi-ke akucacile kodwa-ke ama-dreadlocks uyawabona.
Now, what is the percentage that you're describing as accused number 3's skin complexion in that photo?
It is much lighter, my lord, compared to the others that we dealt with. However, my lord, and I'm not now wanting to speculate or testify as an expert, one will need to take into account the lineup and the day in which these pictures were taken. If you look at this picture in particular that we're dealing with, you can see, one cannot even tell whether it was the late afternoon or dark at night, which is different to the other pictures. For example, picture number 12, where you can even see the sun rays at the back. It was clearly daylight and you can see the sun rays. Now this one, if it's not the afternoon, late afternoon, where the sun has already disappeared, my lord, then it will be at night. Now, as much as I'm not an expert, my lord, but I know that lighting plays a role in how one will appear in the picture, my lord.
Manje-ke uma ubuka kulesi-ke isithombe uma umbhekile-ke ukanjani-ke ebusweni noma indlela yakhe abukeka ngayo lana-ke uyabonakala-ke ukuthi-ke uyakhanya-ke lana kodwa-ke angikusho-ke ukuthi-ke manje indaba yesikhathi-ke uma sibuyele emuva-ke kwisithombe ekunumber 12 la ubona khona-ke ukuthi kwakusemini-ke ngiyazi noma ngingasiyena-ke ungoti ukuthi-ke udaba-ke lwelanga-ke noma ukuthi kuyisiphi isikhathi isithombe esithathwe ngaso nako-ke kuba nomthelela-ke.
Now, before we proceed to the next point, Brigadier, you would recall that this court was told that this incident took place at about between 8 and 8:30 in the evening. And the witnesses who testified here at court testified about the nature of visibility in their house, if you so remember, and they said that the house was properly lit, not so?
Well, I will not be able to comment about their testimony except what is contained in their statements, my lord. That it happened, the lights were on. That's what I record insofar as the statements are contained, my lord. But what they said here, I was not in court, so I won't be able to comment about that.
Ukuthi-ke ofakazi bathini-ke ukuthi isikhathi-ke isigameko senzeka ngaso phakathi ko-8 no8:30 nokuthi-ke futhi-ke noma-ke ama-lights aye on-ke ngaphakathi endlini. Lokho-ke akukho engingakusho ngaphandle nje kwalokho okubhaliwe-ke noma khona kuyitatimende zabo uma bechaza-ke ukuthi ngempela-ke yebo ama-lights aye on ngaphakathi endlini kodwa ukuthi kwabathini enkantolo akukho engingakusho lapho.
The two gentlemen who are allegedly with the gentleman in the striped skipper,
Yes.
are they identified?
No, my lord.
You don't know them? Nobody knows them?
No. So they were not relevant to this investigation.
Yeah.
My lord. The one that, insofar as this investigation is concerned, they were not relevant. But this one in the middle was identified, I think, as one of the relatives for accused 1. I think his name was Sipiva, something to that effect, my lord. I mean, Sipiva. Yeah, I might talk under correction, but he was not relevant insofar as this commission of the offence is concerned, my
When
lord.
was
What is the name again? It's not the name.
Spiva, and I stand under correction. Yeah, Spiva. Yeah, I might be wrong, my lord, but what I'm saying is Spiva was identified as the relative of accused one, an uncle of that nature, my lord.
Lana-ke laba ababili-ke abalisake bona-ke akukho bahlanganisa-ke nalo uphenyo lolu, kodwa-ke lona-ke ofake isikibha esibomvu-ke uma nje ngenzi iphutha-ke bathe uma bekusho bathi uSphiva-ke nokuthi futhi-ke uyisihlobo sakhe-ke umsolwa wokuqala.
Oh, my lord, it could be there's just another name. I'll just have to remember it. But he's no more. He passed away. But he was related to accused number one.
I see.
Yeah, I just forgot the name. I'll remember as we carry on, my lord. But if it's not Sipiva, it will be this other person. But he's deceased, and he was related specifically to accused number one. I'll remember the name, my lord, as we get along.
Ngizokhumbula-ke igama uma sesiqhubeka-ke kodwa-ke usewashona-ke manje.
Yes, my lord. So the last part in terms of what I'm saying, yes, as much as, my lord, that was said, but as I've said, if one looks at the two pictures, just the two pictures, my lord, photo 17 as well as photo 12, it's just that I'm not sure whether we could put them side by side, but if you look at them, my lord, you will see, as I've indicated, that photo 12, you can see the sun rail, which would indicate it was during the day the sun was still out, and you can see clearly that the complexion of accused 3 there is much darker than what is contained in photo 31. That is why I'm saying the light will play in effect, but one then will assume that if you look at this picture that was taken during the day, the visibility will be more clearer, because there the complexion is more closer to dark brown than actually being light, my lord. If you look at picture number 3 that was taken during the day, you can see the sign railing, my lord.
Uma-ke angazi nokuthi ley'thombe lezi-ke zingahlanganiswa noma bekwe-ke eceleni kwesinye, kodwa-ke uma uyibuka-ke u-17 u-31 kanye futhi-ke naye-ke unumber 12, ila ubona khona-ke ukuthi-ke kunumber 12-ke kwakusesemini, futhi-ke nendlela-ke abukeka ngayo akakhanyi-ke ngale ndlela akhanya ngayo kuyona-ke unumber 31, futhi-ke laphayana ku-photo number 12 kwakusesemini ngalesiya sikhathi isithombe lesiyasithathu.
I must transpose them next to each other so that people can actually see what you're talking about.
Yes, my lord. Perhaps if the doc can assist us.
Maloi, are you with me? Yeah, so that it must be contemporaneously done, so that you can see the comparison, which Brigadier Ginanda alludes to.
Yes, my lord.
We'll do that during the break,
What time is it?
the short adjournment.
What time?
During the short, we'll do that during the short adjournment. It's now 2 minutes to 11.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Yes, my lord. So that's what I wanted to comment. I'm not so sure whether we can proceed, or Advocate Nis wants us to still deal with picture 31. I'm not sure. Can I proceed?
Now understand, Brigadier, I don't know what photo. I just requested you to take me through, or to take me directly to the photos which have got dreadlocks, the big eyes, and the golden teeth.
All right. Yes. Okay. No. Go ahead.
I didn't say to you deal with picture number 15, 17, 20, or 21. No, that wasn't my question.
Yes. No. I'm dealing with them, my lord. But in
You
this
chose
context-
to go that route. I'm sorry, sir.
All right. No.
Yes.
No, I think we're saying the same thing, my lord. Perhaps the approach is what we did not envisage or agree on. What I've said, my lord, and then that's why I started there. This part was prudent. That when I disposed the statement that was signed for the application of warrants on the 23rd of October 2014, I took into account all these pictures, not one picture. And that's why I said it was an investigation. Now, collectively, after the investigation was concluded, then I made that statement. That is why, my lord, I gave an indication that as I refer to this picture while we go down while we go through them, I will have to read them into Exhibit J, because that's what Warrant Officer Steenkamp says, but also into what is contained in the witness statement to give support that this was based on the investigation. This was the outcome of investigation, not something that was just coming from me. So that is why you see me, my lord, going through these pictures, because it was not one isolated picture that has all these features. That's why in one picture I'll refer to big eyes, in one picture I'll refer to the length of the dreadlocks, in one picture I'll refer to the top that the accused is wearing, because you do not find all these features in one one photo, my lord, to get them in different pictures, and that is why I'm going through them, my lord.
Imbangela ke ukuthi ngenze ngalendlela engenza ngayo ke ukuthi ke nanjengoba kukhulunyiweke noma uadvocate Mnisi esho ukuthi ke yena ke ufuna ngiye kwisithombe la khona ekutholakala khona ke lama dreadlocks lana ukuthi aphela kuphike izinyo ke legolide amehlo ukuthi lokho awutholi ke konke kwisithombe sodwa ingakho ke manje sengiyenza ngalendlela engenza ngayo ke nokuthi ke nge-23 zika October 2014 uma manje sengenza ke isicelo ke sawo ke ama warrant ukuthi ke ngasebenza ke ngawo onke lama pictures ukuthi ke kuyisithombe esodwa ngaye uExhibit J kanye futhi ke nako lokho okwenziwa uyena uLieutenant Colonel Steyn ingakho ke ngenza ngalendlela.
I'm sorry, you misquoting me. I'm not saying show us a picture, meaning one picture which has got all these features here. I said, can you please take us through Exhibit S and show us a picture which has got dreadlocks, the big eyes, and the golden teeth. I never said show us one picture in Exhibit S that contained all this description. Maybe you didn't understand me. And let's not argue about it, but we can proceed. I just wanted to correct what I put to you for record purposes.
Yes.
Thank you.
No, agreed, my lord. I think we're saying the same thing. Perhaps that's why I said it's how it's coming out. All I was getting across is that there is no one picture that will have all these features. Hence, I'm identifying these different pictures. Not to say Advocate Mnisi said there's only one picture, show me this picture. So we agree there. That's not what you've said. I'm just giving an explanation, my lord, as to why I'm embarking on this exercise of identifying different pictures. That's all there is to it, my lord. But we are in agreement.
Ngiyakuzona zonke ke lezi zithombe ukuthi uadvocate Mnisi uthe kunesithombe sodwa ke la ekutholakala bona ingakho ngisho ukuthi kungani sengiyakuzona zonke ke lezi zithombe lezi.
Now, my lord, we can then maybe move to photo number 36. I'll try to curtail them in terms of the album that I have, my lord. Photo 36. Wait, so sorry, my lord, can we go up just maybe to the speak just a bit up? No. Yes, perhaps we can deal with this one. Wait, my lord. This is photo number 35. Yes, it's almost like an album, but what was relevant for me, my lord, in the identification, or rather in my investigation, is this picture, my lord, where one can see the dreadlocks of accused 3, his facial expression, and also again, with greatest respect, my lord, I don't mean to offend him, the size of the eyes, the description of the intruder suspect A with big eyes, my lord, it's
lana ke kuphenyo lwami ke okwese kufoka ke isona ke lesi sithombe lesika qedwe sikhomba ke manje kuphikade la ubona khona ke umsolo wesithathu nama dreadlocks ngiphinde futhi nobuso ke futhi ngiphinde futhi ke ngikusho ke ngenkulu ke inhlonipho nanje ngoba bebechazile ke noma bebishilo ofakazi ke ukuthi ke omunye walabo abangena endlini wayenamehlo ayemakhulu.
And my lord is wearing the same khaki top that we dealt with in photo number 12, which is depicted on the very same date of the offense of the 26th of October 2014.
Usaqoke futhi leya topic ke ekhaki ke ekhona ke kulesiya sithombe esi number 12 noma ke isithombe leso sibhalwe idate yange 26 October 2014.
Yes, we can then proceed, my lord. We can go to picture 42, my lord. Photo 42. Yes, my lord. Picture 42. So, this picture, my lord, the date on top is dated 2014-11-06. and one can see, my lord, that it is accused 3 with dreadlocks. What is of importance, my lord, is the complexion. As I've said, my lord, that there's description of a dark brown complexion. Now, if you look at this complexion depicted in this picture, it cannot be mistaken to be light, neither you can say it's dark, but it is more prevalent when it comes to brownish color, and this is what this picture, my lord, depicts.
Kulesi-ke isithombe idate khona-ke 2014-11-06 bona ukuthi umsolwa-ke wesithathu unama-dreadlocks futhi-ke sesikhuluma-ke manje ngendlela-ke ubuso obungakhona noma-ke i-complexion ebusweni-ke ile echaziwe-ke bona ofakazi bakhulumele ukuthi-ke wene dark brown shiny angeke-ke lana-ke uphazame-ke uthi-ke cha uyakhanya-ke noma-ke i-dark kodwa-ke ile abakhulume ngayo noma bayishilo idate 2014-11-06.
The other picture that I took into account, my lord, is picture 47. We also dealt with it, I think, in this court, even with Mr. Ramsipile, my lord, 47.
Lesi-ke isithombe sikhulumile ngaso naye-ke Mr. Ramsipile number 47.
I think maybe perhaps we can also go back maybe to 46, my lord. I think I missed it because I took note of it. Insofar as accused 3 on the right hand side with dreadlocks, my lord.
Lesi-ke isithombe number 46 umsolwa wesithathu wisandla sabo sokudla nama-dreadlocks.
And the date on top, my lord, is dated 2014-10-26.
I-date-ke lana 2014-10-26.
Then we can then move to photo 47, my lord. But perhaps, my lord, before we go to 47, can we just go back to 46? I just want to make one comment, my lord. Now, my lord, if you look at photo 46 in relation to photo 12, and I think the other one is photo, I just want to go to it, my lord, so that I'm more specific. If the court can just bear with me. Yes, so photo 12, then photo 17, and then this last photo, my lord, photo 46. And I'll ask perhaps that when we come back from tea time, my lord, we can also put these 3 photos in the same time. What is of importance with this photo, and it will relate to this point I was trying to get across, which I will go to, my lord, is that the date depicted in all 3 of them, my lord, is the date in which this offense was committed, which is 26 October 2014. However,
ngicela nje ukuthi-ke kubukeke le y'thombe lezi ey'ntathu-ke u-12 u-46 kanye futhi naye-ke u-17. Okubalulekile nokusemqoka-ke ukuthi-ke i-date kuzona zonke-ke le y'thombe i-date-ke yange-26 October 2014.
Now, however, my lord, I'm saying if you look at photo 46, my apologies, you will see that accused 3 is dressed differently than he is on the other 2 photos, but on the same date. Why is this relevant, my lord? It's relevant in a point when I said one will not know that when these times were changing, as the angle was not the same, how was the hairstyle of the accused dress? That's the point I'm trying to get across, because here you can see you're talking about the same date. However, the clothing that appear on accused 3, except the similarities that it's him and the dreadlocks in photo 46, are not the same clothing that you find in photo 17 and photo 12, my lord.
Kodwa ke manje ke okwehlukile ke lana ukuthi yebo ilanga ke elilodwa leli kodwa ke manje ke agqokile ke manje noma useshintshile ke lokagqokile ke kulesi isithombe u46 ayisoyikodwa ke lokho begqokile ke ku number 12 kanye futhi naye ke u17 yilokho ke bengikushilo ke ngaphambilini uma ngithi ke le ithombe lezi ithathwe noma ithwetshule ngeinkathi ezahlukile ukuthi asazi ukuthi ke ama dreadlocks kulesi isithombe abukeka ekanjena ukuthi kwenzeke nike maphakathi ke nesikhathi ukuthi manje asehlukile ke kwesinye isithombe abukeke ngendlela ehlukile.
My lord.
Before we proceed.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Sorry, my apologies. Yeah.
Yes. Photo number 17 and photo 46. Let's for a moment concentrate on those. Number 17 and 46. Now, if needs be accused, and that's already on record, number 3, Mr. Mwe will come tell this court that that photo depicted on photo number 46, it's a photo that was taken in the morning before they left the city of Joburg, specifically at Nugget Street. He's saying this picture was taken at the corner of Main Street and Nugget Street. It was in Joburg before they left to Spruit, is it Spruit View or Spruit or something like that. But it's on the same day, the 26th of October 2014. Now the picture that is depicted on photo number 17, it was taken on the same day again. Here they were at George Koch. It was taken exactly at 28 minutes past 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Now you're making a point about the fact, the nature of the dreadlocks. What is it that you are saying about the dreadlocks in relation to the time at which these photos were taken?
No, my lord. What I'm saying, so perhaps let me deal with the first part, my lord, of where these pictures were taken. I think for me, my lord, to be in a position to answer accurately, I'll have to request an opportunity. Well, I'm not a cell phone expert, but to see the cell phone location at the times that Advocate Mnisi is putting it to me, because we know now we have the cell phones records of the 26th of October of accused 3, and the report I got was that these pictures were taken in a selfie. In other words, the camera, the device was used. So for me, perhaps then to either agree with the assertion that is being put to me,
nake manje mayelana nale ithombe ezimbili ukuthi wayekuphi nendawo.
the second part, my lord, in relation to the question that Advocate Mnisi was asking me, all I was trying to demonstrate in these pictures, my lord, is that if you take into account picture 46, and I will not dispute if the assertion by Advocate Mnisi is that they were taking at different times, etc., we agree. But the point I was trying to get across, and which is what I said earlier, my lord, that if you look at the time lapse, in other words, there's a time gap between photo 12, 17, now we know photo 46, which clearly, this one, at least photo 12 and 17 is wearing the same clothing. The only difference is that on the other picture is with accused 5, and on the other picture is on his own. But on photo 46, you can see clearly that the change of clothing, it's different than the two pictures. All I was saying, there's an opportunity for him to change how he dresses, and that is why I said, my lord, one will not know how the hairstyle was dressed when he took the picture 17, or as the allegations are contained, my lord, how it was when this offense was committed, to be more precise. And that's what I was trying to demonstrate with this picture 46, my lord.
Obengikusho ke ngalesi sithombe eku46. Yebo ke siyabona la ku12 kanye naye ke u17. Ku12 ke ila ayedwa khona ke ku17 umi khona ke nomsolwa wesihlanu. bese kuthi manje-ke futhi-ke noma sibona yena-ke u-46 ukuthi-ke kunesikhathi-ke esihambile-ke lapho la abe nako-ke ukuthi ahambe-ke ayoshintsha lokhu awayegqokile-ke yiloko bengikusho-ke malanawo-ke ama-dreads ukuthi-ke ngesinye isikhathi abeshintshiwe noma ebefakwe ngendlela eyodwa-ke ikakhulukazi nangesikhathi sokwenzeka kwaso isigameko yiloko ebengikusho.
I don't know whether it answers you. No, sorry. Yeah.
Brigadier, let
Yes.
us assist the court.
Yes.
Let's not go here and there and everywhere. Let's look at the pictures. You're saying that the time lapse between the taking of photo number 17 and photo number 46. Actually, let me put it this way. The time lapse between the taking of photo number 46, because the first photo to be taken, and then photo number 17 was taken in the afternoon. There could have been a change on the style of the dreadlocks. Is that what you're saying?
Should I answer?
Yes.
My lord, I'm saying, and I'm basing this on photo 46. Factually, this is factual, it's not an assumption. I'm saying if you look at photo 46, which according to the date depicted on top, it was taken on the very same day as photo 12 and photo 17. So the date correlates. These photos, if the date is then, we're taking it as it is, my lord. They were taken on the 26th of October 2014. Then I'm saying, my lord, if you look at photo 46, the clothing that accused 3 is wearing is definitely not the same as the type of clothing that accused 3 is wearing in photo 12 and 17, giving an indication that there were change of clothes in between. These two photos, 12 and 17, two photos 17 or vice versa. Now I'm saying if you take that into account, you cannot ignore that there is a certain way of how he dressed himself, because these pictures confirms that. It's two different pictures, my lord.
Engikushoyo lana
3, sorry.
uma-ke uqhathanisa le y'thombe lezi-ke u-12 u-17 kanye no-46 uyabona-ke ku-46 ukuthi-ke agqokileke laphayana asikona lokhu agqokileke ku-number 12 kanye futhi-ke naye-ke u-17 futhi-ke kunesikhathi-ke lana-ke futhi esihambile-ke lokho-ke kuchazela into eyodwa-ke ukuthi-ke benesikhathi-ke la khona-ke ayoshintsha khona-ke impahla noma ayigqokileke ngalelo langa lelo.
Brigadier, you make mention of the dreadlocks.
Yes.
Not so.
Yes.
And you said there could be a probability that dreadlocks could have been changed as well.
Yes.
Exactly. Now look at photo number 17 and photo number 46. Do you see any changes in terms of the dreadlocks?
No, so my lord, yes. If you, no. So perhaps let me put it answer that. Let me say it. No, let me answer it correctly. There is no difference insofar as photo 17 and 46 in terms of the length. You can see the dreadlocks are longer, which is different with photo 12.
Angiphendula ngale ndlela-ke ukuthi-ke uma ubuka isithombe u-17 kanye no-46 awukho-ke umehluko. Uma ubuka-ke usayizi-ke wawo-ke ama-dreadlocks uyabonakala-ke ukuthi made, kodwa-ke lokho-ke angeke ukusho-ke uma uza kulesi sithombe esiwu-12.
Thank you, Brigadier. We can proceed. We can proceed.
Yes, my lord. So then photo 47, my lord, will then take us, yes, photo 47, if the dog can go there, photo number 47.
I'm sorry, my lord. Apparently, there's a technician that is still busy on the system. I think we could then request that we have a short adjournment, my lord, so they complete what they have to make here.
What's your time?
19.
Past.